Hey everybody, hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. I am here at the office just getting ready for our kids' night in just a little while. We had a great time last week and I can't wait for this week. But I wanted to get you just a quick overview of our lesson this week. It's a little bit different just because it's not one solid Bible story that we're teaching this week. So last week, we introduced Solomon and how the Lord appeared to him in a dream and God granted him his prayer for wisdom. And so this week in Unit 12, Session 2, our lesson is showing how God answered that prayer. And specifically, it covers 3 books of the Bible, not chapters, books: Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Songs, or Song of Solomon. And the purpose of this lesson is to show how God's wisdom is not the same as man's wisdom. That Solomon was so wise and he was known for his wisdom so much that he compiled 3 books of the Bible based on his wise sayings that the Lord had given him. And that wisdom was not of Solomon, it was straight from the Lord. So in Ecclesiastes, the book teaches us to think about our lives. You know, it says there's a time for mourning and a time for dancing. There's a season for everything. Then in Proverbs, it's full of those short, wise sayings. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The one that we've been singing, trust in the Lord with all your heart and don't lean on your own understanding, from Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And then the Song of Solomon, which is wisdom for relationships, and specifically husband and wife romantic relationships. And so the big picture that we want to communicate to our kids this week is that God answered Solomon's prayer, and that the wisdom that he gave him was far beyond anything Solomon could have ever come up with on his own. And we will talk about in your lesson, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And whenever we are explaining that, we want to make sure that we illustrate that fear is not being afraid of someone, like you can't get close to it like a scary monster, but fear is a respect and admiration that says, God is God and I am not. And so because God is God, he is worthy of my worship and my praise and my adoration. In kids worship, we are going to sing the Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 song. We're also going to sing an updated version of Standing on the Promises by a woman named Yancey. She does tons of awesome kids music. And then we're also going to learn a song of our memory verse, James 1, 5 through 7. It actually includes the verses 6 and 7 in it. I'll drop the links to those 2 songs down below this video so that way you can listen to it. It would be fantastic for those of you as you come and participate in that, be a part of that. Take that time to worship and sing along with your kids in your class. We are also going to talk about communion this week. On Sunday during worship service, we will have our Lord's Supper as a church together. And so during the kids' worship time, we'll also introduce that topic. We'll talk a little bit about who's ready for it and who participates and who's not. And if you're not participating, how can you, what do you do during that time? And so it'll be a really positive, encouraging discussion. But your kids may have some questions about that. If you have any questions about that, feel free to holler at me, and I'd love to help answer those as best as I can. I am so excited about the things that are coming up this week. We have the Back to School Bash, which is a week from today. So Wednesday the 14th. Make sure that you are reminding your kids that you're planning on coming. It's going to be church-wide. It'd be a great chance for you to invite some friends. If you have a friend that you've been looking to invite, this would be a great chance for them to come and learn about our church and get to know who we are and those kind of things. And then we've got our Equipped to Serve training that's coming up on the 18th, I believe is the date. And then after that, we'll have church business meeting. So that Sunday will be a good busy Sunday, but mark those 2 dates on your calendar. Plan for that. Promotion Sunday is going to be the first Sunday in September. And I'll be getting some more information to you out about that and what our plan is going to be for that. So, anyways, I'm praying for you this week as you spend time looking at these 3 books of the Bible, that our prayer would be to have that same wisdom of Solomon, and that the Lord would speak to you in all the ways that you serve, not only here at Taylor's Valley, but in your places of employment, in your homes, that God would bless you tremendously. So can't wait to see everyone on Sunday. Have an awesome week.